Tommy Fleetwood, thank you for joining us here on Golfing World. You had a great week recently in China, coming in third. How are you feeling about your game going into the busy summer?
Really good right now. It was a slow start to the year for me. I didn't really, obviously made a lot of cuts, but didn't get up there in contention and didn't really perform. But now, you're seeing some good signs, and I played really well in Morocco, and then last week I played really well again, and obviously put a good result in. So looking forward to the rest of the year now.
Well, so are we, and you are here today to give us some of your top pitching tips. So we've got 3 holes set up here, 3 different distances. So I'm just going to let you take it away and just talk us through the first hole.
I've got 4 wedges to choose from and irons as well. So this one I'd probably pick a 52 degree, which is like just less than a sundown, like a mid wedge, and just try and get it on the green as quick as possible.
Now you have 4 wedges, you just said. How do they differ and how do they help?
I always used to carry 3, but there was always put a 60 degree off my back foot, or I had a 52, which I had to try and get up in the air. So I just put a sundown in a 56, and that was more of a straightforward chip for me. So that was something for me, and at the time it just helped me with distances with wedges. I think you have more shots around the greens and closer to the hole than you do hitting a 3-iron or a 2-iron off the tee or into the green. So that was just something that I decided to do. It doesn't work out all the time, by the way, but
it never does. Okay, so take me through.
But yeah, approach. This one I think the first thing is you want to see how you want the ball to react and how you want the ball to fly, and then you would set up around that. So this one, it really is very straightforward. I think it's a really good club for it. So I wouldn't try and open the face or close the face. I'd just sit it normally.
Yeah. And
then set up around that. You want your feet going. You want your feet going a little bit left of target because you want to cut across the ball, if anything, once you start going.
Okay.
Chipping is always more of a cut shot than a draw, if you like. So
yeah.
So I'd a club face would be set, slightly open feet, and then just chip down my feet line.
Not bad.
And
now your feet are very close together.
Yeah.
Relatively. Is that what you would do for every chip?
Just yeah, and I mean, just for normal chips, yeah, that just feels a lot more comfortable. It gives you a bit more freedom, really. Obviously, the wider you stand is more for a fuller swing. So, if I was to hit a lofted shot, which we might do to the furthest one shortly, I'd have a bit of a wider stance, so I'd have a longer swing, and it's just a bit more stable and balanced. So.
Okay, so on to the second hole. So we're about 8 feet further.
8 feet further away. So again, I could play the same club. But just for messing around's sake, I'll take a wedge and try and hit the very similar shot to that, basically. But again, because you obviously want to see where it want to bounce, it's one of them where you want to get it on the green as soon as possible because there's nothing in front of you.
And how tightly are you gripping the club?
Not very tightly at the moment. Might get tight if I've got to get up and down to win. But as it is, I'm not gripping it too tight. So just again, club face is set how you want it to go. Weight on left side, feet a little bit open. Get the ball on the green.
That is nice. So for the longer hole, you obviously can put a lot of spin on it. How do you put spin on the ball?
When we spin it, a lot of the time you're getting the ball to roll up the face. So we hit down and across. So when I say open my feet, obviously you're cutting across it a little bit.
Okay.
And if your weight's on your left side, you'll hit a bit more down.
Right.
And the ball will start spinning that way, hopefully.
Simple as that.
Simple as that, yeah. To have spin, you have to be able to generate speed as well, so you can only do it on a longer shot. You wouldn't be able to spin it up to this short one.
No.
So you'd never try that.
That is nice. Before we go, I just wanted to ask you about life on tour and the travel of it, because obviously we're in China. You're always travelling through different time zones constantly. How do you deal with the travel?
It takes you about a week to get used to the Far East, I'd say. There's not many good nights of sleep for the first few days. You get used to it, and it's great. I mean, we're in Shanghai now. I mean, there's a lot of people that have swapped, so there's nothing to complain about out here.
Do you find that the time difference ever does affect your game?
As long as you get here early enough and you do the right things, you should always be okay. If you play bad, you can always use it as an excuse if you like.
Yeah.
It's always there as a backup, but no, it shouldn't affect you too much.
Well, thank you very much for joining us.
Thanks so much. Thank you.
Tommy Fleetwood and his pitching tips.